A song for the land where the sunflowers bloom. Hail to our city so fair. And 3 times 3 with a sis-boom-rock for the high school whose colors we wear.
A tower rises above the trees, visible for miles, a symbol of educational excellence. Each morning, the bricks and stones spring to life as a fortress that securely contains the ambitions and innocent idealism of 2,000 high school students, the foundation of tomorrow's community. These students of Topeka High School attend knowing the community views this unique structure with awe, respect, and reverence. Built in 1931, the magnificent architecture reflects the excellence of the educational opportunities afforded to its students. But the very structure that creates loyalty and affection in students and alumni causes difficulties for educating today's students because of the lack of access to technology. The electrical system of the building and its infrastructure will not support even the most basic electrical needs of computer systems. Because the infrastructure cannot support the wiring needs, very few computers are available for students. A Princeton Survey Research Associates poll of current high school students published in Newsweek in 1997 reported that 89% of teens use computers at least several times a week. Teens from lower-income homes use computers as often as kids from wealthier families, but get their access at school more than at home. This suggests that wiring schools is an effective way to close the gap between the haves and have-nots. Teens from families earning less than $25,000 a year were twice as likely to say they never use a computer at home. There are only 190 computers for over 2,100 students, and of those, clearly 55% are slower than 16 megahertz. There simply is no way to wire a sophisticated computer lab with the existing infrastructure. According to Bill Nager, an architectural engineer, today the building is not state-of-the-art in terms of educational electronic equipment, because when the school was built, no one imagined today's use of computers. Currently, the electrical distribution is at maximum capacity, and each classroom has only one ungrounded outlet. Electrical outlets are basic for even operating computers.
So you essentially have to start building back at the main switchgear in the utility transformer and upgrade that and provide new panel boards throughout the building that could be designated for the electronic and data type equipment, the computers.
Another problem is climate control. The building is not air conditioned, and the computers and electronic equipment will not work at an extremely warm temperature. Plus, the equipment itself creates heat, and the air conditioning will also require an electrical upgrade.
The electronic and computer equipment and the air conditioning to support that equipment will essentially demand as much as 3 times the electrical power as what currently exists in the building. That will support, again, the air conditioning equipment and the computers, which will include some central hubs, a file server, all the fiber optic cables and other cables throughout the building that would support a local area network as well as a wide area network.
There is a discernible difference in the quality of education students receive at Topeka High School. The school boasts an active historical society which includes a Hall of Fame. Members of this auspicious group include Nancy Landon Cassabaum Baker, former United States Senator, Drs. Carl and Walter Miniger of the Miniger Clinic, Dean Smith, former basketball coach of North Carolina University, Aaron Douglas, a founder of the Harlem Renaissance, Major Charles Ryder and Bradbury Thompson, an accomplished graphic designer, among others. Their accomplishments and the contributions of over 35,000 graduates verify the school's tradition of distinction. Graduates have gone on to make contributions in all walks of life. Richard Moore, a 1967 graduate and operations vice president of Lucent Direct, Lucent Technologies Incorporated, speaks to the importance of his education at Topeka High School and the importance of technology in today's work world.
You know, I have some very fond memories of Topeka High, primarily because of the people, the interaction with the people. It was a huge high school at that time and still is, but it drew from various parts of the city, and I had an opportunity to interface with frankly, probably students I would have never come across in my normal walk of life. And I really applaud Topeka High, the community leadership, the leadership of the administrators who understand the role that technology plays, really bridge the gap between the haves and the have-nots. I mean, this truly is a medium that speaks to those who don't have to have huge sums and huge capital dollars if you can get access. Even though you have a wonderful structure like Topeka High, one of the limiting factors is it has 4 walls. And I think one of the beauties of technology is it eliminates that. And I believe in using the current infrastructure, not trying to build something that doesn't exist. Technology is not biased. And no matter how great your teachers are here, no matter how great your administrators are here, they still bring those cultural biases to the workplace with them. Technology doesn't do that. There are certain things that you just learn in corporate America sometimes you take for granted. And it's not until you go out and work in the community that you see that there's an opportunity for you to learn a lot, for you to contribute.
Jack Alexander from the class of 1949 reminisces about his years at Topeka High and the importance of technology to today's students.
Our graduation class was well in excess of 600 people. Many of those people gone on and done great things. The first black Marine general was in that class of 49. Topeka High has been here a long time. Right now at these magnet schools, young people are learning about technology. They're learning that that thing won't bite if you touch it. If you hit the wrong key, it'll growl at you. But when it gets here, we ought to be ready to put the icing on the cake.
Leslie Patterson McCaffrey, a more recent graduate, understands the importance of technology to her and the young people she works with in Lawrence, Kansas.
Interesting thing to me was that the kids that I was working with were the ones teaching me things. You have to be able to be up to date and be caught up or you get left behind. I think if I would have had more computer experience here, I would have been much quicker at learning about computers, and I would have had more confidence and obviously been better prepared and understood them better, I think.
Dr. Walter Miniger remembers fondly his days at Topeka High School and knows that technology plays an important role in today's workday world, even in mental health.
I had a wonderful experience in this building. I really think those were some of the most wonderful years of my life. When I had a chance to think about my class and how little you appreciate when you're actually here, who is truly going to make a difference in the world. In our class, we knew Dean Smith was an okay football quarterback, and he was competent on the basketball court, but I don't think any of us appreciated the incredible accomplishments that he would make as a basketball coach. My experience of Topeka High really is twofold. The wonderful experience I had myself and the opportunity to participate in so many different things, but all 6 of my children were graduates of Topeka High School, and they too had the opportunity to partake in the quality of education, the activities, the diversity, and I think they are all better because of it.
Today's students are no different. They love Topeka High School and are pleased with their overall education. Most of these students access technology at home, but they know the competitive edge belongs to those who are computer and technology literate.
There's so many feelings I have about Topeka High, and within the first 30 seconds of walking through the doors, I knew that this is where I belonged. Just the diversity of the student body, the historical significance of the building itself, it's a landmark within our city that is recognizable from the outskirts. You can see it from every side of the town, and it's something that I was just enthralled with and just almost overwhelmed and said that this is the place for me.
If you come to Topeka High, you meet people of all colors, shapes, diversities. It doesn't matter who you are, what your parents have, what they don't have. At High, you're always accepted.
I think all the teachers are committed to making learning enjoyable, as cliche as that is, and making you work hard without really realizing that you're working that hard. The teachers at Topeka High really want you to understand it and use it and know what it means, not just in a textbook, but in real life.
Right now in high school, I'm working hard, trying to get good grades, learn as much as I can so that I have options when I get older. And I think that's important to be able to change my mind. And I expect Topeka High to offer those opportunities to me.
Well, and technology can't be a standalone subject of how to teach the curriculum. It has to be integrated with the textbooks, computers with the labs like in chemistry or biology. It's not the be-all, end-all of teaching. It's a tool that teachers can use to further their teaching. And that's the best way that I see computers being used in the future.
Technology and computers gives you just another format to look at. It's not just like lecturing or worksheets. It's a whole new plane of learning.
I see technology as being very important for school and for offering opportunities for many students as different places to go and to help make up your mind as far as what you want to do with your life.
For we are the students of the THS.
This video is dedicated to the memory of 1997 Topeka High School graduate Justin Emil Ramirez, co-producer of this video, Topeka High School's Tower of Power, and more importantly, our friend.
Hail to the black and gold forever.
We all know the future will be technology-driven. The implementation of the Topeka High School Technology Initiative is only the beginning for us and will be one of the most important things we do to help ensure the success of our future graduates. With your support, we will continue our tradition of educational excellence, but we need your help. Please join us to make this happen.
A song for the land where the sunflowers bloom. Hail to our city so fair. And 3 times 3 with the sis boom rock for the high school whose colors we wear. For we are the students of the THS.